Welcome, welcome. My name is Keith Hampton, and I would like to introduce to you a very unique company in the cryptocurrency space. It's called BitcoinTAF.com. I have been a customer of this company for about 8 years now, and it has been just an amazing, amazing journey. I have learned so much by being involved with this organization. This company, BitcoinTAF.com, this is their website, and I recommend that you come here and simply sign up for free and then explore all of the different pieces of information that's available to you. This company was started by a couple by the name of Marius and Wendy Landman, who really have a unique ability to help others. Both are very powerful people in the world, and I've been so blessed to be involved with them. Marius Landman has a unique ability to utilize algorithms and data to project the future. And he was able to do that in many different fields, and he's now doing this in the cryptocurrency space. And it has just proven to be a real amazing place. So if you're invested in cryptocurrency and you want to know where we are and where we're going, this is the place for you. So I would highly recommend that you take a look at this company and look at some of the services that they provide. And there's something here for everybody. Marius has a report that he puts out every week on Bitcoin, as well as weekly videos, or I should say Zoom webinars, where he goes through the data and we can ask questions. And as well, during that time, he also does the altcoins as well with the Elliott wave chart patterns. So this is something that I use on a regular basis. This is very important to me. Neil, what's so critical with this is the data and the projections and the accuracy. So what I mean by accuracy, let me just go back and show you the history of his accuracy. We go all the way back to November of 2021. That's when Bitcoin reached the high. That was predicted over 2 years before this event actually happened, and it's now 100% complete. So this is the spot that we're looking at here. We go back into November of 2021. And then a year later, the algorithm that Marius utilizes predicted the actual bottom, and ironically even got to the exact day, which is a bit phenomenal. I've been very happy with even within 1 week to 1 month. And this is where he predicted this low, again, 2 years out. And then since then, he's gone on to predict the Pentagon pattern that happened here in September of 2023. Sorry, this is the Pentagon pattern. And he predicted the series that we have today, number 16 Jerusalem cycle, which is where we are now. We've already had the Jaffa Gate complete in this time frame in 2023. And in 2024, we had this quick Zion gate, which he predicted. And then we had this downward playing strange dung gate that showed up as later on. And now we are currently in this Damascus gate, and it has been a very wild and rock and roll gate is what I would like to call it. And it has driven people crazy because it is the patterns haven't played the way normal trend analysis and long-term algorithms predict. So this has been a very unique pattern that Marius has within 95% that made it complete. In fact, we're now looking at the final stages of that, of where we are. So if you look past that, where we are, where you were able to predict the tops, the bottoms, we predicted all these different unique patterns in the Bitcoin algorithm, that's powerful. Now the question is, we are here, where are we going to go? And that's the next question that everybody has. And this is why having a subscription to Marius's long-term reports is so invaluable, because, I mean, the market today just does not know where we're going. It is all over the place. Some people are predicting that we are simply going to be grabbing here and taking off and heading up. Others are saying, nope, we are actually going to be pretty much going sideways for quite a while. And some are predicting that we're actually going to go down into this pattern. So you as an investor would like to know, where are we going? So that you know, well, should I take profit here or should I hang in and buy it on the low? Should I, there are so many indecisions going on. If you don't have the data, you will be, basically gambling. And that's where Marius's algorithms takes the gambling away in the cryptocurrency space. So that's why his reports are so invaluable. And I highly recommend that you subscribe to his long-term reports. If you can afford both the Bitcoin report and the Elliott Wave report, that's awesome. But if you can only afford one, I'd recommend the Elliott Wave report. Now, along with that, this company does a tremendous amount of training and education, which really helps us to understand how they come up with all of these different patterns and indicators to make good decisions. And that's what's so important. You can take this self-paced foundational course, which gets you a good understanding how to use TradingView and how to look at the markets. And then from there, I recommend the Ultimate Trading course. Folks, this is the best course that I've ever taken in my life. And I've taken other courses in the past, paid probably 3 times as much and got 1/3 the value. It is an extremely high quality course. And we also have indicators that you can utilize, custom indicators. One of them is the HODL fire, which I'm going to show shortly, and how it works, and other indicators that are custom built into these courses so that you really can help to make good decisions. In other words, we like to have confluence, a lot of data and information coming at us to help make good decisions. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's just jump over to XRP, and we're on a basically 12-hour chart. And as you can see, we've had quite a downwards pattern on this. And to trade that, if you were trading that, it would be very difficult. However, utilizing this HODL fire tool, it's much, much easier because it gives you top pivots and it gives you bottom pivots. It gives you buy and sell tags. So you can actually make good decisions on trading this. And in fact, had you played this out here recently, you could have made a potential of about 24% by knowing where that bottom pivot is, where a buy tag came in, and where the top came in. But when I look at all of this information, I want to know where we are now and where we're going. And so this is where right now I'm looking at this and I've got a pivot top. I've got no pivot bottom. This tells me don't even go into this market right now. This is real negative. But I have other indicators that I have that was developed by Nico to give me more confluence. So we can tell by other indicators we have in the marketplace. For example, we have been in a very strong, I'm just going to take the HODL fire off, downwards trend here, as you can see. So until we break over that, this is still trending down. This is still a bearish look. Another reason why this is a bearish look is we've got these EMAs in this blue bull line, and we're trading way below it as well. Those are very key indicators that we need to take into consideration. Along with that, we have other tools that we utilize. So when I'm looking at this right now, I'm making decisions without even using the HODL fire. I'm looking for what are the indicators. Number one, the EMA, we're below it. Number two, we're below this blue bull line. Let me just put this on repeat, and then there we go. We're below this trend. We're below this blue line right here. And then we go into these other indicators, and we can see that these blue wave heads toward the bottom. We've got a red dot right here. We've got this indicator below the 0 line, and the red line is below the blue line. So that's a very good negative. And this LAMCD is also showing very red and pointing down. It is the opposite. I want to see looking more like this. This is what I'm looking for. So the opposite of all this negativity is the positive. So let's go and take a look at that. What we have for positives on when to buy is when we got a green dot here. We've got it crossing over here. We've got it crossing over here. And we've gone from red to green. And that tells me that's a good chance to buy. Now, ironically, when I turn on that neon green or the modifier, look at this. The bottom's in and the buy tag. See, that would have been an excellent time to enter, and this would have been an excellent time to sell because we would have gotten more indications telling us it's time to get out. So you can see how utilizing 4 or 5 different indicators, I can make good decisions as to when to get into the market, when to get out, and when to stay out of the market. That's the value of these courses. So if you want to be having the tools and the education to make better choices and reduce the risk and increase your probabilities of profits, this ultimate trading course is what I would consider the best in the world. And I'd highly recommend that you seriously take a look at that. So with that, I'd like to thank you for joining me today. And hopefully we will see you on the other side. Have a great evening. Take care.